What is going on, my fellow nerds? All right, before we jump into Halo Infinite here, kind of want to go over maybe start a new thing on this channel. I've tried it in the past here and there, but let's see if we can be consistent with this one. We're gonna talk about this week in gaming, basically. The things that piqued my interest, caught my attention, all that good stuff. Obviously, there's plenty of stuff in the gaming industry going on now that we're kind of headed into the holiday season here. Speaking of which, Nintendo Direct kicked off this morning. Looked like a Paper Mario 1,000 Doors remake was coming in, I want to say 2024. But yeah, plenty of news on that. Unfortunately, that'll probably be in like an IGN article just because there's so much to cover there. That could be its own separate thing. Also, at the time of this recording, too, we got a PlayStation showcase going on, talking about third-party stuff, it seemed, and maybe some indie games. So definitely gonna capture my attention on that. I'll have to look at that later. But yeah, if there's anything cool, anything I missed in this show, please just let me know in the comment section. And let's get it started, shall we? I have a struggle enough with this game. We just got done playing ranked SWAT of my accuracy. So the fact that this Twitch streamer I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this name. What up, Kyler? I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this name, but we'll just Perry for now on. So she's used in Halo, if you look at her channel and all that stuff, she's used multiple ways to kill enemies or anything like that with her mind, like literally mind-blowing shit. So her head is a gyroscope for the movement. She uses an eye tracker for aiming and an EEG to track the brain activity and know when to fire. Like, those aren't even, like, you might call it a bot lobby, but still, it's still a damn kill with no controller. It's fucking wild. It does seem OP. Yeah, so eye tracking seems OP for at least the crosshairs, because obviously wherever you're looking, just pinpoint, no recoil, no nothing, just stay on your enemy. But at the same time, I'm just thinking, just watching a streamer or anyone just sit there with this technology, and the first game that came to my mind was SWAT. Obviously, me being biased towards that game mode in general, but just going with the headshots, just someone's eyes, just while mid camera, just going back and forth. It'd be so crazy just to see that, but that is fucking sweet. Sticking with Halo here. So available October 3rd. Obviously, we do have championships coming up. So the championship bundle right here is going to be available October 3rd. I can't remember how much the last one was, but my guess would be the 15 or 20. Or if it's the 10, I'm not too sure. But I kind of like the victory crown of last year compared to these wings here. But that's just me. What else we got? Oh, yeah. The playoff bundles. So don't get me wrong, we got Cloud9 looking clean. Space Station Gaming trying out, purple and green there. Dude, I know these prices are expensive, but hey, no need to freak out over there, okay? Jeez Louise. But yeah, FaZe Clan, for whatever reason, we got Sandstorm coding, which makes no sense in my mind. Like, typically red and black, like, these guys got the memo. They're fine. That's clean looking. Desert camo. Just I personally would not pay for that at all. So be on the lookout for that. These ones come on, what do we got? September 26th for those. Those will hit the store. But yeah, then going over to Xbox here, in case you want to get in more debt somehow. But yeah, at the same time, earn some rewards while doing it. Xbox introduced a MasterCard that you can use towards gaming. So obviously, kind of like any other credit card, you earn a certain percentage or points towards something. I feel like we're all familiar with how credit cards work. But this one, so it's available first to Xbox insiders in the 50 United States, obviously, beginning on September 21st. So coming up here, what do we got? Next week. Available to all 50 states, then in 2024. So obviously, Xbox insiders, thank you for being the beta testers for this, I guess. What else we got here? Obviously, all your descriptions of the bonus points you get for it. 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate for new Game Pass members if you happen to not be one already. So you can apply actually starting on September 21st if you're that Xbox insider. But you know, they always keep this stuff in the background. Always like to dig into the terms and conditions here because that's what we really care about. Annual percentage rate, though, what you have to keep in mind, because again, try not to get in debt. That's the biggest thing. 21%, 27, 32, all depending on your credit worthiness. So keep that in mind. Obviously, as fancy as it is, it's still not as cool as this bad boy. The OG attempt at an Xbox credit card. Also, if you're a PlayStation fanboy somehow and you're like, where's my credit card? Well, when the news broke about this Xbox credit card coming out, I had no idea that PlayStation actually had their own. So, PlayStation owners, or just fans of PlayStation in general, you can also be in debt. You earn basically the same points here, again, towards Sony products mostly. But yeah, you can have your own credit card and customize it as you please. So in case that was on your wish list, then it's been available for a while, I guess. Now on to Ubisoft's XDefiant, since it keeps getting pushed back. And I guess this time, even after beta after beta after beta kind of testing, Xbox and PlayStation are just like, nope, it's still not good enough for us. So I guess supposedly at the end of July, Ubisoft started this process. They got their first results back by mid-August, which did not pass. Which you got to think, we've had Cyberpunk fiasco. We've had, you know, this and that in terms of bugs getting released and whatever not into these games. And we're all used to day one patches. But at the same time, I think this is it's like one of the first, or it's been a while since I've even heard a game get, in a sense, denied approval for being released. And I don't know exactly what their criteria is for that, to even deny a game. But they did it to XDefiant. So XDefiant is resubmitted within the next 2 weeks. The best case scenario, if it passes, the game itself could be looking at a mid to end of September release. But obviously, what do we got? We're midway through right now. But likely, conditional pass would mean a day one patch, which is probably going to happen, with some final fixes to ensure compliance that would push XDefiant to release early/mid-October. And if you're somehow unfamiliar with this game, basically, let's see, easiest way to put it, class-based Call of Duty, I guess, free to play. So I'm actually looking forward to this one a little bit, just to switch up FPS. Just try something new out. And again, I believe it is free to play. But yeah, they got to fix those bugs first. That's for sure. Speaking of things that still need to be fixed, good old Nintendo and their Joy-Cons. Granted, this probably comes with extreme use, or maybe I guess even more usage than what I have on my Switch currently. But I feel like a lot of people have had Joy-Con drift on their Joy-Cons. So supposedly, Nintendo actually filed a patent for some new Joy-Con technology. Typically, it was said that it'd be like Hall effect sensors. So something, you know, you'd see in 8-bit do controllers. What do you got? There's multiple controllers that have the Hall effect sensors. It's just the reason why most companies don't use them is because obviously the ones we currently use are cheaper, even if they break down faster. So money talks. But supposedly, what Nintendo patent was basically a liquid within the controllers. So once it becomes thicker with pressure or movement being applied, it basically gives you that input. Still using magnets, but with fluid though, which I thought was very interesting because Hall effect sensors, I could be wrong here, but I don't believe, Hall effect sensors are just magnets on magnets. So that way they're not touching. But the fact that they're putting some form of liquid in here is very interesting. I'd be curious though if that raises the price of anything. Also, it's maybe rumored to be in their next Switch, which again, that's rumored for what we got, 2024 or the end of 2024, I should say. So be on the lookout for that. I really hope, when in doubt, I hope it even comes to this Pro controller. That'd be kind of cool. Separate the two, and obviously maybe increase sales of that if they want to. Speaking of controllers, though, in case you want a new one, just based off color alone, it's the same old for Xbox, but they did release this purple one here, and it is available for pre-order. Unless you're in need of a new controller, then I would just maybe get a third-party skin or something like that, D-brand or whatever, not would have something to fulfill your purple needs. Yeah, if you're not already too, just to stay informed, I stream every Thursday, Friday here on YouTube and Kick. So please consider subscribing, and let's jump into this game.